Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So, I just wanted to jump on and do kind of a special reading. Um, I was getting in the comments that several of the other readers out there were seeing that Trump's health is hanging on by a thread. And I think in the video that Dave and I put out today, Dave had mentioned that he had done a reading that basically Trump's medical team are doing everything they can to keep him alive, but it's kind of, they're running out of ideas or options for him. And just looking at some of the other readers, Libby's got something on that. Susan Lynn has something on that. Linda G had something on that. And it was funny because someone had put in the comments that he hadn't played golf in like 13 days. And if he goes one more day, it'll be the longest he's gone without playing a round of golf as president. And to me, it's like, that's actually kind of compelling to follow up on because he plays a lot of golf. I think he averages around about every 5 days. He averages a round of golf. And it's like you start combining that with some of the other stuff that was happening, like in the run up to the election, and the little bandage that he's got on the back of his hand, and how he kind of disappears from sight for a week at a time. I think even Cash Peters might have had something on that too. It's just weird how everyone's starting to kind of circle around it. And David has been really adamant about not doing a Trump health reading. He's been avoiding it like the plague. His kind of opinion is, people don't really want to know about his health. They really want to know when he's going to kick off. So I thought I would just take a look and just see what I get on it. I mean, I can see where there's some compelling trends out there. He's delegating the peace process to J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. It's like he wants that peace prize so bad, yet he's delegating the job that it would take for him to actually win that peace prize to J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. It's like, why would he do that? It's, you would only do that if either A, you don't think it's going to come to fruition, and you need someone to throw under the bus, or B, you're not up to the task. And so let's just take a look. I mean, entertainment purposes only. What do I know? I'm a guy in a shed throwing cards. But so what's the energy around Donald Trump's health? There's a lot of speculation about what's going on with him. And, let's see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to go in it completely open-minded, and let's just see what the cards say. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles. This is about taking care of your health. And the queens are kind of like internal actions. These are things that you need to do. You need to take care of yourself. This is actually my favorite card in all the tarot deck. I just love this card. This is kind of like a mom and her baby, and it's just a very nurturing card. But this is a card that means you need to take care of yourself. It's all internal. The the challenge is the Page of Cups, but you have so much crazy that you want to do, or that you're battling the crazy. I've got a fish in my cup. This is kind of my MAGA card too. You've been telling MAGA how Sleepy Joe Biden is too old for office, and he wasn't competent, and they had the auto pen, blah blah blah. And here we see Trump appears to be fading right before our very eyes. I mean, it's just every accusation is a confession, right? Energy underneath it is the Three of Wands, looking out towards the future. What's coming out at the future? Maybe there's something coming up, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, but there's something coming in. There's some action coming in the future. I mean, how's that for vague, right? Gee. There's an action coming in the future. Oh, no. Yeah, the future's going to have no action at all, right, Gary? Okay, so something's coming in the future. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. It could be 3 hours for all I know, right? In the past, you got the Page of Pentacles. Uh, this could be a couple things. It could be you should value your health. This could also be how Trump always displays his health, that he's so youthful and he's in fine shape. He's like a young man. That's how he wants to present himself. Current energy is judgment. This is one of those things where you made decision, you made choices. People need to, you need, basically the horn is blowing. You have to stand up and answer the call. So this is major arcana, current energy on Trump's health. Maybe it's the doctors letting his staff know that, hey, you know what? You guys need to lift your game because Trump's not able to do it. Overarching energy, King of Pentacles. Trump's still in charge. He's still the man. He's going to claim he's got great health. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Lesson to be learned, Queen of Wands. You're doing too much. You got too many irons in the fire. You need to calm the hell down. Queen of Wands is all about multitasking. Outcome, Page of Swords. Okay, so he's going to keep fighting it. Or, it's a fight that he needs to keep on doing. It's interesting. I don't know if I'm necessarily thinking that he's on death's door, but the energy is that he's got to take better care of himself. I mean, there's no big surprise there either, right? All right, so let's take a look at the energy around Trump's staff, because they see this, all right? They were accusing Biden's staff of hiding his mental decline, and they want to do a whole congressional investigation as to who knew what and when. And once again, every accusation is a confession. So let's take a look at the energy around Trump's staff, and what do they know about his current mental and physical health for entertainment purposes only. Okay, that's getting shuffled. Let's see, where do you want to cut it? Cut it right there. You know what? It didn't want to be cut there. One more shuffle, another cut. Sometimes the cards, when I cut them, I know exactly when I've hit the right spot. That one didn't feel right. Okay, so let's see. This one felt better. Okay, how do his staff feel about his current health, mental and physical health? All right, Two of Wands. So actions to be taken. Got to look out to the future. Do you take the high road or the low road? But it's almost like, do we keep supporting him? Is kind of the feeling. If you're low road, do we throw him under the bus, or do we keep telling him how wonderful he is? But you got to look out to the future. What's in the best interest of us? The challenge, Seven of Cups. The crazy's coming. I think it's more mental illness than physical illness, although he's not in great physical condition. But the crazy's there. Don't believe what you're seeing. Energy underneath is the Hermit, retreating into your own mind, just starting to just basically internalize his thought process, his emotions are moving more and more inward. I get the feeling this is it is a mental health issue, not a physical health. In the past, you got the Queen of Cups trying to keep a lid on this. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. This is the man that got us our jobs here, so we need to support him. Oh, Tower moment, current energy. Yeah, it's the mental health is going, and it's becoming quite apparent, and it could be taking down the institutions with him. Yeah, maybe he's going to be pulled out of office. Queen of Swords. This is your internal truth. Once again, they were attacking Biden for being old and mentally incapable, and here they've hitched their wagons to this guy. They're going to have some questions to answer as well as what did you know and when did you know it type of a deal. Kind of everything that they're accusing the Democrats of, they're guilty of. The lesson to be learned is the Hangman, not liking the situation you've put yourself in. outcome. Nine of Cups. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. Well, that's interesting card. I'm gonna have to declare because I don't get this. The rest of this is saying that his mental health is going, and yet they're happy about that. I mean, if this and this is his staff, these are his loyalists. So what do we need to know about this? Give me some clarifiers. What do we need to know? The Magician. Maybe what it is he's able to manifest his way out of this. He's still got the old Trumpian magic. There's still enough in there to hold it off for the near term. It sure seems like he's fading, but the cards I'm getting are suggesting that it's not going to happen that soon. You know, I had that 3 of Wands, and I wasn't sure, is it, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I would be there could be 3 years, right? My guess is that this is not imminent. I'm happy to be wrong, though. More than happy to be wrong on that. I'm sure Melania would be happy if I was wrong about that as well. All right. What we've seen in past readings, it seems like his fate is kind of tied with Putin and Bibi, Netanyahu. That when one of them goes, they're all gonna go in like quick succession. It's gonna be like dominoes. So let's do a try reading. We'll do one for Trump, one for Putin, and one for Netanyahu. What's just the current health status, physical, mental, emotional health for Trump, Putin, and Netanyahu? Are we close? Are we close? Okay, let's see what we got. Trump, King of Cups, trying to master your emotions, but you've got a choice. It's all about money and a truth coming forth. Okay, I'm not getting anything. I mean, unless this is some sort of a medical, we're giving you your medicines. You've got a choice on how you want to proceed with this. And, it could be that he wants to continue the grift, but there's a truth out there that your health is not what it could be. I mean, that's a possibility, right? Putin, Queen of Swords, you've done this to yourself. There's your level of crazy. We're not believing what we're seeing. This could be all the alleged body doubles out there not being happy in the situation you're in. This could also be your Swan Lake moment. Oh, and coming to an end. Cycle at the end of a cycle. Can't be hurt anymore. They've done all the damage that can be done has been done. And Netanyahu, 9 of Pentacles, enjoying the finer things of life, but you've got it's a nightmare situation. This could be you want to be the belle of the ball, but right now everything that's happening in Gaza and within your own country, people don't like you, and you're creating a lot of anxiety. You want it to go back to the past, and you want to rule. You want to rule. I'd say for Putin, it's the worst of the three, followed by Trump, followed by Netanyahu. Let's see. Let's just the card underneath it. Trump's holding on for dear life. Putin, he's got a lot of work to do. This could be succession planning here. This could be your Swan Lake moment. And Netanyahu, he's hanging on for that victory. Okay, well, there you go. So what did we get from all this? I say Netanyahu seems to be in the best position right now. Putin's the worst, and Trump's kind of in the middle. He's holding on for dear life, and you gotta admit the man has had all sorts of setbacks, and he always seems to come out of it. It's infuriating how he's able to avoid accountability. It's just absolutely so frustrating, and I think at this point all of us would just rather he just went away. I mean, a lot of us wanted to see the justice. He was convicted of 34 felony counts. He was convicted of sexually abusing a woman, and yet he has paid zero consequences, zero price for any of this, and it's so frustrating. He gets away with everything. All right, let's just get one more read. Just overall, what do we need to know? What do we need to take away from this? What do we need to take away from this as good people? I mean, we don't wish ill health on anybody, all right? Let's first and foremost. But what do we need to take away from this? Six of Swords. Try and move yourself away from all the chaos and all of the turmoil, and try and find your safe spot, your safe harbor. This could be just simply turning off the news, right? I mean, it's kind of sticking your head in the sand, but sometimes you need to unplug from the matrix because it's such a burden. There's so much going on, and there's only so much we can influence and we can impact, but it's such a burden on our mental health. But the energy underneath it is judgment. Don't judge other people, but let your values be known. That's where the peaceful protesting comes out. That's one of our most effective tools out there. But you got to get out and vote. You got to let your opinions be known. You need to stand up for the people that are being attacked. In the past, you got the King of Cups. This is kind of mastering your emotions, owning your emotions. It's been very hard. Let's face it. The last several months have been absolutely challenging on everybody. It's been causing a lot of anxiety that we're all suffering through because of Trump's actions and his low vibrational energy and the people that support that and enable it. Lesson to be learned is eventually, though, the people that are enabling this, the people that are supporting this, the people that are rooting this on, they're the ones that are going to be left out. They're the ones that are going to be left out. And that's part of that judgment card. Stand up for what's right. Right and wrong. We all know right and wrong. And what's happening is wrong. And we need to stand up. Otherwise, we're going to be out in the cold. And if we can do that, if we stand up for what's right and we reject this and, we stay with our values, then we'll win. How long will it take? And he got the Emperor. As soon as you get rid of the Emperor. Yeah. Hang in there, folks. It's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I gotta be honest. I don't like politics. Dave dragged me into this kicking and screaming, and I really hate politics. Even though I work in local government, it's just the political mindset just doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's just do what's right. Do what's ethical. Do what's right. Do what's best for people. But that's not how it always works, right? Anyways, that's what I've got. I've got some shout outs I'd like to give you. So just thanks for watching. I truly appreciate you. I've got a couple shout outs I want to give. For this, let's see, what do we got here? All right. Here we go. True Hollywood Noir. Hi, True Hollywood Noir. Made a very kind contribution to the channel and published a book. I got to go look at see if you responded to me. I was asking in my response, what's the name of the book? Because I am totally into older movies, older TV, and I believe your book was on TV shows or TV actors of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So your special card, there it is, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, Hollywood. it's a dream machine. Not everything you see is real, right? And then Lisa Primo, who's got a birthday coming up on August the 30th. I'm recording this on August the 24th. It's about 8:30 at night. So happy almost birthday, Lisa Primo. And Three of Wands. Yeah. Hope you have a lot more in the future. Let's see. Oh, so the first person that gave me the idea to look at this as a reading was Sigrid, also known as Secret 3957, uh, who had mentioned that Trump hadn't played golf for 13 consecutive days. So, um, thank you so much for the idea. It kind of inspired me to do this little special one-off video. So Sigrid, Wheel of Fortune. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. It was a great idea, but I really appreciate it. And then we're going to wrap it up with a big special thank you to Marsha Buck, also known as Marsha Boo. At least my phone printed out your whole name this time. Marsha made a very kind contribution to the channel, and Dave and I truly appreciate that. And you got the Wheel of Fortune too. Woohoo! Maybe we should go out and play the lottery. And that's what I got. Thank you so much for watching and staying in there with me until the bitter end. Not Dave and I are really appreciative of that. And just so you know, that is my guitar amplifier. I've got a Fender amp. The Marshall mini stack you see there is actually a mini refrigerator. So this is my amp. I haven't plugged in a while. I really have to bust out the guitar and play a little more. I've been focusing a lot on shedding some weight. So instead of playing guitar at lunch, I've been walking. And so I've been averaging 22,000 steps a week. I swam 20,000 yards last week. So hopefully I'll finally start getting close to the goal. I'm about 10 pounds away. So we'll see how I do. Anyways, I hope you're all having a great day, folks. Take good care, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.